Hi guys, it's Michelle Patterson here with Angel Souls, and I have an announcement. I'm going to be writing the Angel Scopes for Silent Voices magazine beginning in July. So if you would like a little additional message each month, just visit their website at silentvoicesmagazine.com. Thanks guys. Hi guys, it's Michelle Patterson with Angel Souls, and this is your weekly Angel Oracle card reading for the week beginning June 29th, 2015. This week I'm going to be using the Archangel Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue, and then of course pulling a color card from the Secret Language of Color Oracle deck by Inna Segal. And I want to first start off by saying thank you guys so much for being so supportive. I mean, you guys have been leaving these beautiful comments or supporting me on Patreon or getting readings, and I just want you to know that I love you so much, and I really, really do appreciate it. It means the world to me. Okay, and if you would like, of course, to get that personal reading from me, it's angelsouls444.com. You have to go to the services tab, and I just ask that you follow the instructions. I still have a handful of people who, I don't know if they're just not for reading instructions or something. I don't know what it's about, but sometimes they just don't do that. So please follow the instructions so that I can get your reading to you as efficiently as possible. And of course, if you would like to support me on Patreon, I'll leave that information down below. So I started shuffling, and I want to put this down for a second because one of the angels that came in for us to be working with this week is Archangel Raguel. R-A-G-U-E-L, harmony, peace, nice communication between people, standing in your integrity, being in your truth, and not trying to overcompensate. So there's a message this week. You know how there might be some things happening on the surface in a generalized energy, but there could also be something that you are supposed to be learning this week about yourself, okay? And one of those things might be, when do you pump up a certain persona? When do you try to hide behind humor? Or do you get more defensive than you need to be because you're afraid you're not going to be heard or taken seriously? It's all those kinds of things. Or conversely, are you afraid of speaking up because you think someone's not going to like you? I just had a situation like that a couple of days ago. I was forced, kind of against my will, to take a certain step towards something, and it cost me a bit of money, and it was ridiculous. It was not something that was 100% necessary, and I had this fear of speaking up for myself because I was like, well, then those people aren't going to like me if I speak up and say, there could have been a better way to do this. I didn't care. I kind of just came in, but again, I had to be very careful about speaking my truth, which is what Raguel is all about, speaking my truth in that loving way and being firm, but without overcompensating and coming at them with a lot of attitude. Now, even so, I voiced my opinion. I was as diplomatic as I could be about it while still being my true self, you know what I mean? Like not trying to be sounding super intellectual about the whole thing. And they ignored me. So I guess they're pouting or they're mad, but then I had to come to the understanding that their reaction is their problem. If they didn't like what I had to say, let them deal with it. So let this kind of be something that's in your awareness this week. Now, Raguel, you know me, I'm always like, okay, like don't everybody get crazy about colors and things like that with the angels. Yes, they do resonate on certain rays, but again, we as humans, we have to try to perceive these angels. So I don't want people wasting energy arguing about what color each angel resonates with, because it has to filter through your human brain. So you might perceive it in a different way. But I think the common understanding is that Raguel has a very soft blue color about him, or even like a turquoise kind of color. And he helps with the throat chakra as well. All right. See if he has anything else coming in here for us. He's all about justice as well. Justice, fairness, balance, mitigating, or arbitration kind of thing. Is that the word we're looking for? Mediator. These are all the kinds of like mitigating the effects of an argument, or like I said, being the mediator. So standing firm in what you believe in while still respecting what the other person has to say. That's where true fairness comes in, all right? Everybody's coming from a place. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's see what's going on for us this week. Ooh, okay, well, I had 2 cards jump out. All right, so a little bit of comforting. We've got Gabriel in here. We also have Uriel in here too. All right, just listening. Let me get my glasses. Yes, I do have my glasses on this week. I've got allergy eyes. Went to put my contacts in and my eyes were like, don't even. Hopefully I can get through this reading without sneezing. You know what I mean? All right. We've got Haniel, great, and Michael. All right. So I guess Raguel felt like we already talked about him enough and he didn't feel the need to pop up in these cards, but whatever. So the first card we have is Nurture. It's Archangel Gabriel, like I said. It says, as you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Both activities are important for you right now. So one of the things that happens for us, we get so wound up in adult responsibilities. And again, you know, and I'm thinking of like me being in New York, you know, one of the things that I had to learn very, very quickly and people prided themselves on teaching me was to get a tough skin and to not let people walk all over you and blah, 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 blah. So you get all tightly wound up. And then what happens? Now you come at somebody when they're not doing things the way you think they should. Or, you know, you just, you know, maybe you're one of those people that just shuts down, but you walk away in anger because you feel like there's been an injustice. Let this be the week where you kind of unwind, nurture yourself, and treat yourself like you would a child. You know, most of us would be gentle with children. Some people don't like kids, but I think the people who would be watching this are pretty okay with kids. So treat yourself that way. And this, especially if you have some inner child healing to do, great week to do that, all right? And there's some meditations that you can do. And people always ask me for recommendations on meditations. My advice on that is just go and do a search. Get in there. And I want you to take some of your power back too, because some of the people who come to me and they want a recommendation for a meditation, it's because they're kind of hanging on me to give them the guidance. That's not what we're doing here. That's not what my whole business structure is. We're here to teach you how to take care of you, right? So you have to go find the meditation that resonates with you. Something that works for me, you may not connect with, okay? Now, I do have my favorites, so I can throw that out there. But, you know, if you go on Amazon especially, there are a few things that you can download or whatever. I think on iTunes as well. But the free ones, Lisa Beachy, you know, I love Lisa Beachy. She has this great channel with all these really wonderful Archangel meditations on there. And, you know, Lisa, you're a Reiki practitioner, right? If I'm remembering that correctly. So, yeah, she's got all kind of good stuff on there. So go check her out. I always like Diana Cooper. She's pretty cool. She has the longer meditations. I don't know. Now I'm blanking. But, yeah, I mean, the whole point is that if you want a free one, go on YouTube and just do a search. You'll find the one that you need. Trust me. Especially if you ask the angels to help you find one. They'll pop one up in front of you. That's how I got in touch with the angels. They really kind of forced me in a direction and I had to pay attention. Okay, so here we go. The next card is You Know What to Do. Again, it's all about trusting your instincts, and this is Archangel Uriel. Uriel's all about that higher wisdom, inspiration, all right? Right, relaxing and nurturing a little bit, coming down out of this. Come out of the game a little bit this week. You'll be able to tune in better, is what they're saying. So let the walls come down. The card actually says, trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. You know what's right for you. If it feels right, go ahead with it, even if it doesn't make sense on paper. Okay? Like, this is where we're saying, you know, listen with your heart, not your intellect, because the intellect's going to get you in trouble sometimes. Okay? Or be balanced, let's say that. So the next card we have is Sensitivity, which goes right hand in hand with nurture yourself. So honor your sensitivities this week. This is Archangel Haniel. You are extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself and your feelings. So let me get this, because it's coming by way of feeling, but I want to be able to articulate it for you. it's going to play out differently for everybody. You might have some moments where someone's really trying to just push you into something and they're not respecting you, they're not respecting your time, and your instincts are telling you, no, I don't want to do this. But your brain is saying, this would be a great opportunity, I should probably get in here and do this. But if you know that working with a certain person on a certain project is just going to make your life awful, I ran into that a couple of times where people started taking too many liberties with my time and telling me, well, I was guided to do something with you, so you're going to do it. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. If this was really supposed to be, then I would have gotten some message about that too. Like, just anybody who's trying to own you or kind of trap you a little bit because of what they think should be going on, watch that this week. Pay attention to your intuition. You are very sensitive. What you're feeling is accurate. Now, the downside to this is that you can feel a little raw, a little exhausted, might feel a little down at times or lethargic or something like that. It's all good. Haniel's all about helping you recapture the joy, the balance, introspection. Spend a little time working with her this week as well so that you can get some answers. And it really feels like this isn't a week to push. But it's also not the week to just sit back and do nothing, right? It has to be just right. It's like a Goldilocks kind of week. It has to be just right. So again, that's where Raguel, and actually Haniel, because I'm sorry about my necklace. It's clinking and clanking. Ugh. Okay, anyway, but that's where these two come in because it's all about the balance and the harmony. All right? Be firm without being aggressive. State your truth without, backing down too much, without sugarcoating it. Just be you. Just be you. So for some of us, we're going to have to really pay attention. And, I'll go back to my first point. I'll use myself as an example. In New York, you're taught to, really show people you're not to be messed with. And in the situation that I was telling you about, where there was this injustice, a part of me didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to upset them. But when I first drafted my first email, I came at them a little too hard because I was like, they're not going to take me seriously. But, so I was like back and forth between the two. And I had to really tune in and get that middle ground. So this is what you need to be doing this week, okay? Here we go. Final card before we get on to the color card. Crystal clear intentions. It's Archangel Michael. And he says, be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. I'm still getting this big feeling that someone's trying to yank you into something you don't want to do. Or they're coming to you and saying, and I'm going to keep doing this because this is what it feels like, this would be a great opportunity for you. You should go date that person because they're interested in you. Maybe you're not interested in them, but your family might be going, well, you're 35 now. You can't be too picky. Yeah, you can. Sure you can. You can live a great existence waiting for the right love to come along. Don't worry about it, okay? Trust me, I'm living that example. So be clear on what you want and don't let people pull you any one direction. And if you're finding it difficult to tune into what you think and what you feel because you're so clogged up by what everybody else thinks you should want or should be doing, that's where we have that nurture yourself, honor your sensitivity, and listen to your own instincts. All right? Big week of inspiration as well. And I know I've been feeling that. So for some of us, it's going to be change. It's going to be something in our world is finally coming to an end, a culmination, and we're starting something new. And that's wonderful. But this is also tying up loose ends. For some of us, it would be a project that we've already started. Perhaps it's stalled out. Perhaps you lost, the vibe for it. But again, if you listen to the advice here, part of what's getting in our way would be, just too many people pulling on us and wanting our attention and wanting our time. Let it go. Tap back into you. And I think there's going to be a lot of stuff flowing. So even if you aren't on a creative project, you could be starting something or just something in your life that requires a little bit of creativity. You're going to see it coming together. Okay, so let's get to the color card. Let's see what's coming up there. Yeah, and there's also saying explore different types of meditations. Okay. Okay, so step outside your comfort zone. Again, if you want to ask the angels to guide you to the right kinds of meditation, that's all right. I know that there, especially in Eastern traditions, the whole idea is to not think at all during a meditation. But, you know, I've heard other people go, you know, when you're doing angel work especially, that's your time to open yourself up to get your messages in. So you decide what you need. If you're someone who's constantly visualizing and pushing and, you know, trying to get messages, maybe this is a week to try something new. Shake it up a little bit. Try the Eastern approach and maybe just get into the zone or whatever for a little while. Conversely, if you're somebody who typically does nothing during your meditation but zone out, try to get a message in. Okay, just shake it up. Just see what comes through for you. All right, so the color card we have is Tangerine. You know I like this card. It's got the little tangerine pieces all over it. So be spontaneous and have fun. The number is 17. So again, we're talking about creativity, and here's this big pop of orange. Sacral chakra, nurturing, Gabriel, give birth to a new situation in your life. I mean, it's all happening. It's all happening, all right? So another thing that's coming up here too is if you take things too seriously this week or take things too personally, it's going to waste your energy. Getting into the flow, relaxing. If you are getting stuck on something, go off and have fun, all right? The idea is going to incubate a little bit, so when you come back to the project, the ideas are really going to flow. But unlock all your potentials in this way by, they're giving me another one. They're saying that just like a child goes off and has fun, this is the kind of thing that you're trying to capture this week so that you can actually get fully on, not only just fully onto your path and whatever you're trying to do, but to enjoy it. You're supposed to be here to enjoy your life, okay? So make sure you're doing that this week. Take measures to just relax, rejuvenate, and let things flow, okay? Everything will come together the way that it needs to, all right? So there it is, guys. I am sending you so much love and have a great week. Take care.